sicker than a damn dog and have to stop and throw up, and then they'd give you an ice cream cone after. That made me feel better than ice. And my grandmother, my dad's father and mother lived in Butler, and they didn't have it. They rented a big house that was a great big house up on top of where we used to live there. And all her family had places in there. They had about 3 or 4 apartments in that big old house. It was a River people. I think they were rich people in Butler. And they had died, but my grandma rented that house, and all her kids moved in.
How many kids did she have?
Yeah, they had about 4 families, and we come up from Pittsburgh. My dad lost his job down there, so we come up and we stayed there with him.
It must have been sort of the Depression era.
Right.
Early 30s.
What did your parents do?
Well, my dad worked at the Pullman Standards. He was an electrician.
Okay.
And
Is that who made the Jeep?
no, Pullman Standard made rail cars. Those big cars that haul coal and everything like that. They made them there. And they had hoists. These hoist tracks running down back and forth and lift up great big frames and everything. He repaired the hoists that they'd break down, and he'd have to go up and repair those. He was an electrician. They were electrical, run by electric the motors to run these trains. And he was quite good at that. He did a good job. They'd get an order to make 200 cars, and they'd blow the whistle, and all the farmers around Butler would go down, go to work, make good money, you know.
Yeah.
And then they'd have that order all done, and they'd all get laid off, so they'd go back to the farm. But my dad always had a job, because he'd have to make sure all those hoists were repaired and fixed up. So when they didn't have any work, my dad still got to work. Didn't have any production, you know. So after I went down there, when I graduated from high school, I went down to Pullman because my dad and 2 brothers worked there. I figured, I get a job down there and get in there. And they weren't hiring. So the guy at the Bantam Car Company, where I worked part-time in the gas station, he come in there, the employment man, and I asked him one day, I said, hey, are they hiring down to Bantam for? I need a job. I'm down tomorrow. And I went down and got a job down to Bantam.
Is that where they made the Jeep?
Well, during the war, they originated the Jeep, but they didn't make it there. I mean, they made the first one, yeah. But because we couldn't manufacture enough of the Jeeps that the Army wanted, they gave it to Willys and Ford and them big companies that put in mass production. But because we were good to give the original one, they gave us a big contract for the trailers for them. We made the trailers for them. Those little trailers behind Jeeps, you'll see them, you know, on your fleet. They carried all kinds of things in the little trailer behind them.
Right.
So we made them. We made thousands of them. And I remember they put a little name tag on every one of them. Butler, Pennsylvania made one. So every place I'd go all over the world, I'd see these trailers. I'd go look, and there's Butler, Pennsylvania. I would probably handle that thing.
Do you remember what your parents did?
I want to go back to what his brother, before I tell you that. His brother worked down there, Pete. His brother Pete worked down there.
Okay.
Pete was the oldest of Jack's family. And so Pete was real slow and laid back. And both Jack's mother and father were very phlegmatic. You know, they were laid back.
Right.
And here Pete was so laid back, and he worked down at the Bantam, or where was it?
same place, Pullman stand.
Pullman. He worked out of Pullman, and he had a big job too. And he was head of what, electrician too.
Yeah.
And if they would come up from another department, maybe quite a ways away, and they'd say, "Oh, we're having a fire up here. We're having a fire." They're all excited, and they go. And Pete, he wouldn't move. Didn't move. He stood there and he'd say, "Well, now where is it located?" And he would talk to them and find out. He wouldn't move until he knew everything about this darn fire. Then he would get the tools and he'd saw her up. But that's the kind of a guy he was. Although he was respected and everything, but he didn't get excited. Never got excited. So after they were married, his wife called me one day and she said, "Oh, Pete had an accident the other day." And she said he went to light the stove in our house. You know, they did the whole house. And he went to light the stove and the thing exploded. He went sailing out the door.
Wow.
And when she told me, I couldn't stop laughing because Pete never heard or did anything, but this gas explosion picked him up real fast. So I thought that was kind of funny because he would never have moved that fast unless a bomb got behind him.
Right.
He didn't get hurt. He didn't get hurt or anything, but you know, it was just a surprise that he had to move fast because that wasn't his gait at all.
And he was the one that went in on D-Day?
Yeah, he was the one that got hurt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a hearing problem. And we had Deshaun Hospital. We have a big Army hospital here in Butler. And it was called Deshaun in those days. And I think he came back here and was treated toward the end of the war.
Right.
And then he went here all the time for his drug, whatever the medications were, and for examinations and stuff. But it was right
After he was healing, and the war was still on, and he was sent home.
Was he discharged?
He'd go and have on bond drives and give talks.
Oh.
You know, to get money for the army. But because he was a veteran, had been wounded, and he was healed. They sent him home after he got hit.
Right.
And one of they was out here at Deshaun Hospital. He was there for a while. But he'd go on bond drives and make talks down the mill and different places. And
well, what would you suppose he'd talk about? You know, join the service, we'll see what happened to me. Not only see the world have injuries.
Right.
No, he wanted people to buy a war bond.
Well, I was just wondering what his pep talk was about. You know, usually
Yeah.
people are enthusiastic about doing it.
So your parents?
Well, my father died with influenza.
Okay.
My mother birthed me in Children's Hospital, or not Children's Hospital, but a Catholic hospital down in Pittsburgh. I was born July the 25th, 1926 in Pittsburgh, and in a Catholic hospital down there. And my mother, who adopted me, was looking desperately for another child. She wanted a girl. She had a son who was in his teens, and she decided she wants a little girl. And she went around to orphanages in Pittsburgh and all the different places, and she's looking for a little girl. And she couldn't find a little girl. And she said in one orphanage, this little boy, he was about 3 or 4, and she said he was standing in a little crib, you know, and she was going through, and he extended his little hands, and he says, "Take me with you, take me with you." And she said she wanted her heart to sink, but she didn't want a little boy. She had a boy. So she kept on searching for a girl. And in the Pittsburgh hospital, there was a nun there, Sister John Gabriel, and Mother knew her personally, and she knew that Mother was looking for a little girl. So she knew my mother, who had been in the hospital, and she died 2 days after I was born with a blood clot.
Okay.
She had named me Aunt Pauline. I had my name and everything, Aunt Pauline. And so Mother came and saw me afterwards because they had to take the baby and they put me in care with the person they knew. But I was baptized in the hospital, Mrs. Dugan and everything. And so Mother decides to adopt me. So she said that I had come. She said she never said anything about me, only that I had good genes. So she was the kind of a woman that explored, and she wanted to know everything about people that she didn't know.
Right.
And so she didn't know my